The other day, one of the most interesting things that we talked about, we didn't even get to flesh this out, is the easiest way to compete with AI. I mean, the AI space right now is all over. It is kind of scary. I don't know if you've done those tests where you like look at AI created videos and determine whether or not it's AI created. I did it with my family, and like the best anyone did is like 60%. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I got 7
that's
out
right.
of 10.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I think you and I were equal there. But 70% is the record that I've seen from anybody. And you might think, oh, well, 70%, that's, only 3 out of 10. But every little video that something else is creating that's not yours is competition. And the big concern is that these AI things are getting good so quickly that it could potentially replace creators. And so I know you and I have talked about this, and I just wanted to really quickly chat about what we think is the easiest way to future-proof yourself against AI video and how that combines with all of the other things that are happening in the video space to be the easiest way and the most strategic way to kind of move forward. So I just want you to take the mic here for a second and give us your perspective.
Easiest way to combat AI generated videos is make longer videos. And this is both from a viewer perspective, but mostly a technical perspective, okay? Right now, AI generated videos are 6 seconds long. So they have to combine these 6-second videos. Or I don't know, are there programs that do a little bit longer?
I'm sure that there's some to do
okay,
more,
but not
less
much
than
longer.
10, basically.
Less than 10. I mean, that's not that long, okay?
Yeah.
So you're obviously not creating 15-second or 30-second videos. My point is the reason...
Oh, you say that, but then there's TikTok. Of course, people are creating 15 or 30
For
seconds.
sure, right? In fact, this is actually a good point we'll get back to and why short form creators are in the most danger of AI. But the reason AI can't create long videos is a processing challenge. It takes so much computer power to create these AI videos. I know this because I'm using the Grok video creation thing, and my phone gets hot.
Oh,
my
interesting.
phone gets hot. The processing is happening on my phone.
Oh, really?
And I'm not making like crazy, movies. Yeah, every single time. The only other time it does that is when I look at Nest videos, security, live video feeds. So there's something happening on the device that's creating the thing. It's like offloading it from Grok and their servers and putting it a little bit on your thing. Okay, that's beside the point. So with a human, with a creator like me who likes a vlog, I can talk for 30 minutes. So my food channel, Benjamin TV, I go shopping at the grocery store. These are at least 30-minute shopping trips. I can literally talk the whole time. I record it, and I know it's valuable because I get views, 50,000 views, 100,000 views, sometimes 500,000 views on my grocery store trips. Guess how much computer processing it took? 0, other than my camera, but it's made to record for 30 minutes to 60 minutes.
Yeah.
I remember once I left my Osmo in my fanny pack though, and it was on and it was recording, and I took it out, almost burned my hand. So it does happen, but very rarely. So my point is just us recording, us talking in this scenario at a grocery store or any type of content, that's your easiest way. So vlogging is by nature just an easy way to combat it. Going back to short form though, if you did that test for short form, guess what? It's getting harder week to week to tell something that's real and something that's fake. Also, think about the behavior of somebody on a TikTok. They're just swiping through. They just want a quick hit. What do you call it? Not necessarily just brain rot. There's another term for it, Nuche. I forget what it's called when you're just swiping through.
Doom scrolling?
Doom scrolling,
yeah.
Okay? Doom scrolling, you're not assessing the quality of the video as much as you would if you're a couch for you're watching a longer video. I know this for a fact because if I watch if I watch a movie and it looks like it was shot in the 70s, but it's like a movie from 2025, or worse, if the CGI looks like some high schooler in their, like production class made it, which sadly you see this sometimes on Netflix or other platforms, I will just like turn off the video, unless it's supposed to be like that, like it's slapstick comedy or it's like it's a parody of something. So that quality matters. Well, that's what I'm saying. The quality of a shorter AI video is easier to produce well enough to compete against other shorter videos versus if you were to make even a 10-minute vlog and then AI was going to make a 10-minute vlog comparable, it would cost so much. It's cost prohibitive. So yes, creators should not only be paying attention, some like Shortform, I think have a justified fear of what's going to happen to them. You're already seeing it right now.
Yeah.
A friend of ours, Sean Cannell, created an AI video, 100% AI video, and a lot of people, including yourself, did not know it was an AI video, but it was Shortform. When it comes to long form, though, it's not possible technically, right? Processing wise. And then two, it just takes so much work to do that someone like me, I can make an hour-long video probably 2 or 3 times a day, every single day. And that would be almost impossible for any, production company to do it at the same cost, which for me is kind of free. It's just whatever I value my time versus them. They're having, just so many different costs. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. And I don't know did you see the whole like bunny jumping on trampoline thing that went viral the other day? I feel like that's like a perfect example of it where like so many people swiped and they're like, oh, that's funny. I watched it and I was like, oh, I know this is AI. I kind of like knew it instantly. I don't know. I can't tell you why I knew.
Because you would never see bunnies jumping on
it just kind of rose red flags for me. And then I started watching closely and it's like, oh, these bunnies are merging together and like 2 bunnies become 1 bunny at one point.
Let me ask you this.
Most people just swipe on by.
How long was that video?
It was probably like 10, 15 seconds.
That's why short form, there's a danger because you are a little bit more sensitive to it, right?
Exactly.
But most other people, and it's weird, like that aren't even thinking logically. Again, doom scrolling because they just want something to entertain that part of their brain. They're not scrutinizing the logic of it, the quality of it. But when you're watching something longer, especially if you want a real human, some people I feel like if they realize they're watching a robot or AI for 10 minutes, but they expected Benji, they'd be pissed off.
They'd be
like,
betrayed,
I can't. Yeah, exactly. And they were like,
I can tell you about that in the context of the bunny video, right? So I think it was popular because it was a really clever idea for a viral video. If that was real, it would be viral on its own, right? So it goes viral the first time. Then there's the astute people who then be like, you guys fell for it. You got tricked. And then people see those videos that also go viral. This is the second wave of virality for the thing. People seeing, the commentary that was AI. And then they're like, oh my God, I got tricked. I thought that was a real thing. And so it's like these 2 waves of virality, which are really interesting. The first one being like, oh, this is a clever idea. People just went on by, they believed it. And then the second wave of virality of people being like, oh my God, I just got tricked, right? And so that's exactly what you're saying, is that feeling of betrayal, there was like a mass feeling of betrayal that happened across, all of our culture, basically. Anybody who's on short form, where that exact thing happened that you're talking about, where people felt like that type of kind of deep sense of, ickiness.
In the short term, what I said is true about short form creators having more of a challenge or a real fear of AI generated content. But I actually do believe eventually long form will have to also be paying attention because it's just like anything technology related, right? Including computers. Right now it's 6 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. Eventually it will be 15 seconds. It's going to be 30 seconds. One day it's going to be 10 minutes. One day it might be unlimited. I don't know when that is. You probably can answer this better. So right now, not only is it smart to go long in terms of long form content going longer, just because I think this is a whole nother topic, but talk about television viewers expect longer videos, but also you want to get your identity, your brand, your content out there for people to fall in love with, become subscribers, become fans, and kind of want you and your content, not an AI version of you. Okay.
Yeah.
And that day when that comes, when people are doing 10 and 20-minute AI generated video, well, the reality is you can make the most beautiful person.
Yeah.
You can make the most craziest stuff. Yeah. So that whole bunny jumping cue, one day it'll be like, I actually had this one thing happen to me once. by the way, this is a true story. I want to talk about AI generated. How about hallucinating generated stuff? I was driving in California by myself, okay? And my friend bailed on me before we're going to go to a road trip to San Diego. So I'm driving really late and I don't want to stop. At night, it's the best time to drive because there's no traffic, right? But this is before I'm drinking coffee, so I'm like kind of dozing all over. But I'm all by myself in Northern California. There's some straights that just like completely bare. I'm like starting to hallucinate so much. I start imagining there's millions of bunnies jumping across the road.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh. Like I'm literally driving and I'm looking around, bunnies just drive. I was like, I need to like pull over. But for a moment there, I thought it was real. Okay. So why I say that was like, I was fascinated by it. For a second, like, till I knew I was hallucinating. Like, this is like, I'm so tired. I'm seeing bunnies on the road. It was the craziest thing. It was fascinating to me. So one day, instead of bunnies on a trampoline, it'll be bunnies like as far as the eye can see. And for a second, I'm like, where is this place? You're going to watch that video and maybe it's 5 or 10 minutes and you're going to just think, oh, maybe like they make it realistic enough that it could be a place. Like it's like a far off place in New Zealand where like bunnies just took over. You know, have you ever heard of the stories about bunnies breeding because they breed really fast and they overtake nature?
No, but I believe
and then
it.
they kind of eat themselves a lot.
Oh, that's
not
crazy.
each other, but like they eat everything. So they like die off or whatever.
I see, yeah.
Like it's not far off the thing. Like there could be a place where there's like millions of bunnies all over. My point is that video will take people's attention and take away from creators' content. That day is coming. And the only way to get ahead of it and separate yourself out is one, create content that people love and want to watch right now and want to watch more of your content. Secondly, be better at creating longer videos, the type that AI can't create. And it's the most human type of videos, you know? I mean, I've seen some of the generative AI of humans, right? There's some
Could be a
things
little uncanny, yeah.
It kind of like unsettling.
Yeah.
Like the kind of things that it's doing, like the arm flops around or some shit like that. I start bugging out. So I'm paying attention to it. I thought it was going to get better like every 6 months, maybe year to year. Now it's week to week. The AI generated videos are just improving. So it's coming. Short form creators, I don't want to say are screwed, are the ones that are going to have to compete the most. The longer your videos are, the more realistic, like a vlog, your content is, the easier it is for you to compete against it. In fact, you're not competing. You're existing in a world that they can't compete in.